Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly horoscope for the week of August 7th through the 13th. This week is the love reading. Now, this is an 18 plus because some of the cards, or one of the cards that I'm talking about or that I pull, are all about self-love, and some of it is in the literal sense. I think a lot of it is, actually. It's a new deck, so I'm not sure, but it's cool. And you know, I'm going to fix this because I find myself crouching down, just, I guess, out of, what's the word? It's like subconsciously. Well, my back feels it for sure. I started doing yin yoga, which is where you literally just relax into poses, and my whole body is killing me. But I got to get back into it. Anyway, what we're going to do is pull cards. The first question is, how open is your heart right now in relationships? And it's really, yes, it is about romantic relationships, okay? But it doesn't matter if you are in a romantic relationship or not. Everybody's mind is always somehow on love, okay? So that's what this is going to be. Then I have this deck right here that is going to reveal the inner part of you that needs to be shown some self-love, or love in general, just to, let's see, to improve your relationships or to just heal yourself a little bit, depending on what comes out. We'll see. It's still a new deck, like I said. And then lastly, we are going to pull a card that talks about just some general love and relationship advice to improve your situation. Okay? So these are the things that are coming up this week. Over here is advice for what's going to happen this week. You know, how to handle it a bit, I guess. Okay. So what's going on with you, Scorpio, for the week of August 7th through the 13th? How open is your heart in relationships and love right now? It really doesn't have to be romantic love, okay? It doesn't. Okay. So right now, you're in the mind frame that love is hard work. There's nothing to really celebrate about it right now. And you're not listening to your intuition. You're actually talking yourself out of listening to your intuition. Okay, Scorpio? So, how open is your heart right now in relationships? You're going through the motions. You're just doing your thing. You're doing your usual thing, and you have moments of connection, but for the most part, it's just detachment. Not in like a cold, bad way, but in a I'm caring for myself kind of a way, protecting myself kind of a way. Instability, security, so instability, insecurity, and inadaptability. You're just trying to stay stable. You're trying to gain your footing. Okay? It's triggering insecurities, but you're trying to control your behavior so that way you can adapt. But it's actually making you more stubborn and stubborn, stuck, whatever, but less fluid in being able to flow through situations to come out on top. If that makes sense. So, are you open? Yes and no. Not really. You have your guard up. But you're not bitter. So you're not trying to hurt anybody, but you're also not allowing anybody to trigger you into acting in ways that you're going to regret later. And what I mean by regret is sometimes it just takes a lot of fucking energy to sit there and argue and have to stand up for yourself. So you'll be able to pick and choose your battles. So that's what you're trying to do right now. Okay? So what aspect of you is coming up to be shown some love? And I'm going to read the card to you, and then if I get anything, like any guidance out of it, that's what I'm going to give to you. Okay? But what you got is justified and ancient. And what it says is, are you aspiring to make your ancestors proud? How do you embody them every day? To connect to our way back lineage is to fortify our worth, our dignity, and our belonging in a tapestry of time. When we embrace pleasure in the name of those who came before us, we honor them and their legacy. It doesn't matter if we don't know their stories, they live inside of us. So what's the action, it says? Our ancestors have a lot to teach us. No matter our cultural and genetic backgrounds, our progenitors knew pain and they knew bliss. They knew the earth, their bodies, and the connection to all living things. They ask us, research and remember. Okay? So, what I'm being told to guide you to, my guidance for you, whatever, is that the part of you that's coming up right now that needs to be shown some love is the part of you that wants to reconnect with your ancestries, with, your ancestry, because I think the parental lineage that you had this lifetime is not exactly up to par. Like, it's not exactly what you fit into. So it would just be nice to know that there are others like you in the family line, that you're not crazy, okay? However, sometimes we don't have the ability to really find out things about our lineage. I mean, there is a lot of stuff that you can do, but in the meantime, if you don't have money to really want to invest in finding out what your lineage was and who they were and about them, what you can do is, what is it that you're guided to? Okay, they knew their earth, they knew their bodies, and they knew their connection to all living things. What are your belief systems in each one of those things? Okay, and it says research. So do some research to know about the earth, to know about your body, to know about your connection to all living things. Okay, so the earth. When I say that, what do you think of? If you think of farming, then that's what you're going to research a little bit about and allow yourself to imagine your ancestors living back in that type of a dynamic. And and then imagine that ancestor having, let me pause this. Okay, imagine yourself in your ancestor's shoes. Okay, either that or imagine what that ancestor would be like and what they would say to you. Start there and see where that takes you. Okay, this week at least. You don't have to, this is just something to focus on this week, because it's a lot to try to start putting expectations, especially if you're not really committed to a change. So you're fine. But anyway, what is the advice love-wise this week for you? You know how I just said something about change? If you're not ready for change, if you're not committed to change, don't worry about it. Who gives a shit? Well, your advice is to expect powerful change. So I might not give a shit, but your advice in the universe is telling you, hey, this is coming. So see this? It's important. It's something to actually look into and invest long term. But, at least see where it takes you. Okay? Open the door. See where it takes you. What is general advice to help you be more open in your relationships and in love? Be open. Respond to everyone you encounter each day with an open and loving heart. The difference it makes to your relationships will be remarkable, and the love you send out to others will be returned to you tenfold. Scorpio, anything that you send out comes back to you. So the thoughts that you put out there come true in some way. The wishes that you put out there come true in some way. Depending on how much you focus on it and work towards manifesting it is how exact it happens. Otherwise, sometimes it fades off and it doesn't really happen, or it happens in an ironic way, or and then sometimes it happens in a powerful way where it seems like negative things are happening, but it's not negative in the long run. It's going to lead you to where you're supposed to be. Okay? So I hope that helped you. I love you. Enjoy your week. I'll talk to you later. Bye.